Hello again, welcome back to Hangar 51. My name's Kenny. Today we've got a brand new plane that just came in. Bought a deal for Black Friday. Banana Hobbies was pretty much the only one that had any good deals. So this is my first plane from Banana Hobbies. I'm going to do an unboxing, a build, and a flight video on this particular plane. As you can see on the side of the box, it's the 1410 millimeter Sky Trainer, which is, we all know to be the Cessna 182. So I'm going to open the box, and I'm going to show you what's in the box. Okay, so with the outer box removed, we've got this plain white box. We've got a little spec sheet here. HSD Hobbies, don't know, again, never heard of them, but let's see what it says. It says it's got a 3536 900 kV brushless motor, 30 amp speed control. Servos are metal shell and digital servos, 9 gram. There's 6 of those. Came with a this is the ready to fly version, so it did come with a 2200 milliamp 3-cell LiPo and a 2.4 gigahertz 6-channel radio. It says 1400 millimeters long on the wing, and the fuselage is 1100 millimeters. So let's see what's in the box. Okay, well, at first glance, it's the right plane, so that's good. Got the right paint scheme, so that's great. What do we got here? We got a building instructions. I'm sure there's a manual. I'm sure that's not the only thing we got. Three-bladed prop. We got over here, looks like battery charger. Now this is supposed to be a AC/DC charger, which just means it's going to come with a wall plug or alligator clips to power it. There's a wall adapter for the charger. Here's my 2200 25C Blitz RC Works battery pack. It's actually a very nice looking battery pack. Very nice. Came with a the T connector, or the Dean's connector, as it's most commonly known as. Prop nut. Okay, came with a spinner and the 2 antennas for the roof. I got the white spinner, not the chrome one, which is fine. I actually prefer the white one. I haven't never really seen a real Cessna with a chrome spinner. Not normally anyway. Usually it's the color of the plane. So the plane's white spinner, so that's fine. No problems there. Although I believe the video shows a chrome one. Some of the videos show a chrome one. Bag of screws. Okay. I just want to touch on the charger here for a second. Okay. Here are the alligator clips. So it's a, listen, I didn't expect it to be anything fancy. I knew it came with a free charger. Honestly, this is fine. It's a 2-cell or 3-cell. Charges off the balance lead. It's usually going to take approximately an hour. I'm assuming it's charging at about 1 to 2 amps. So it's a slow charger, but it is a balanced charger. This is very, very useful. I'll tell you guys, I have no problem with this. I like this, you know, because I can hammer a battery with my hard charger to 90%, pull it off of there, put it on this, and let this do the final balancing at the 1 amp rate that even the good charger at 6 amps. When it gets to the final last bit, it drops to 1 amp while it's doing the balancing. So you get that battery off, you put it on this, you let it finish on this, you can get a good head start on the next battery. So these are very useful. I like these. And the fact that it came with AC and DC I like that. I have no complaints there at all. That's excellent. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Here's the radio. Everything is well packaged, guys. Taped in. Everything's in its own little hole. Everything looks really good. Okay, so now my radio says Arctec. That's one of the names that this has been sold under. So I've got a 6-channel Arctec RC Hobbies 2.4 gigahertz digital proportional radio control system. Pretty nice, actually. Got trainer switch here. We got looks like this is one of the channels. This is a dual rate switch, and then we've got 2 potentiometer knobs here, plus your standard mode 2 throttle on the left. So decent radio, no big deal there. Yeah, that's fine. You know what I was expecting. You know, I have plan. I'm not going to fly the plane on this radio. I have plans for this radio. That's why I bought the. Listen, I got to tell you guys, this was a screaming deal. Banana. My hat's off to you guys. You're the only ones that had any good deals this year. This plane retails for $239, ready to fly. $239. That's your plane, 6-channel radio, receiver installed, a AC/DC charger, and a 2200 battery. So this truly is a everything in the box, ready to go fly kit. So for $239, it was on sale for $170, and now Banana Hobbies is offering free shipping on anything over $75. So that's really what I've been waiting for. Waited all year. They had a great deal last year. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take advantage of it. Waited all year to make another deal. I was hoping for the same airplane, but that didn't happen. But I'm okay with this plane. This was definitely a plane I wanted. So you know, they had the deal. They got my business. You know, I'm sorry for the other guys that I normally do business with, but you know, I wanted a deal at Black Friday. I waited all year for it. You know, Banana was the only one that had a deal. So, Banana, you know, nice job. Well done. You won my business for that one. Okay, everything is taped in very well, so nothing has moved around at all. Obviously, there's just no way anything could have moved. Now, I know that they upgraded this landing gear a year ago. Unfortunately, I still got the old version. And I'm not going to complain about that. I just wanted to let you know that the nose gear is this really small shaft steerable nose wheel. They have since upgraded this to a very heavy shaft with a real shock absorbing nose strut, and it's a simple mod to upgrade it to that. I've already looked up the new nose gears. I think $11.99, and I'll probably be ordering that right away. This is a very small shaft on the nose gear, and I'm flying off of a field that's pretty rough. So the complaints have been that this shaft bends very easy, and I can see why. That's a very small shaft. So I was looking for that. I wanted to know if I was going to get the upgraded nose gear. I did not. Again, you know, they didn't make any claims that I was going to get it, so I was kind of hopeful I would, but I didn't. Okay, here's a very nice full color assembly manual. Looks like it's written in good English, not Chinglish. Great pictures, full color, very nice. It's a very sleek, shiny paper, heavy grade paper, very nice manual. So that's nice. It's got a carbon fiber wing tube. They used a lot of tape. Okay, so here's the vertical stabilizer. Control horn already installed. You know, hinged. And this is the one, it does have a strobe light, flashing navigation light in the top of the tail. Plugs coming out the bottom. So that's what I was looking for. That's what they advertised. That's what I got. Okay, fully assembled wing, fully decaled. All the servos are installed. The flaps, the aileron, and the linkages are already installed and hooked up. I don't see any fuel tubing on the end of the on the plastic clevis, but that's okay. I mean, it's not a deal breaker. Very nice. Got a nav light on the end, a landing light in the middle here. Actually, two super bright LEDs for a landing light, and I will get these out of the bag and show you in closer detail. Everything's packed very well. Very nice. I suspect I'm going to have almost zero damage by the looks of this. It looks like it was packaged very well. I seem to have lost my little razor blade. Where'd that go? Did it fall inside the box? Horizontal stabilizer. Again, the horn installed, fully hinged. Beautiful, nice shape. No damage to that either. Here's the other wing half. I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't have two end numbers on it. We don't really need an end number on both half of the wings. Not a big deal. Just, you know, I've never seen a real airplane with the end number on both halves of the wings, so. But no big deal. That's fine. Same thing. Looks to be, looks like it might have one tiny dent here in the top of the foam. Control horns in, all adjusted. There's a actual electronic control board on each wing half that allows for a single point wing connector that comes out of the fuselage. And again, when I get these out of the bag, I'll go over that a little closer. But yeah, looks good. And then the fuselage. Okay, very nice. First observations, I see a few minor issues, not a big deal. You know, one of Pete's videos on this airplane shows that it comes with a full instrument panel, and there's no instrument panel in here, although there might be a decal sheet that I haven't found yet. There's no detail to the seats. They're just a foam seat back. It does come with tinted windows. They are slightly tinted. Fuselage looks to be in really good shape. I don't see any damage. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's everything that's in the box. Oh, got one more piece. The wing struts. That's what the little screw hardware bag was for the wing struts. So let me get all this laid out and unbagged, and we'll look at all the parts. Okay, with everything out of the box, I've all got it laid out here for us, and you know, here's our fuselage here, the two wing halves here and here, the transmitter, the charger with the DC connection here, two alligator clips, the AC wall adapter, and then above that was the 2200 battery pack. To the far side over there we have our horizontal stabilizer, our vertical stabilizer, the two wing struts, and the carbon fiber spar, landing gear and propeller, and then three small parts bags, which are including the wing nut, the prop nut, all the screws needed to install the wing struts, and the spinner. Everything arrived in very good shape, near perfect as far as damage. I'm very impressed. It looks really great. Okay, so before we get started with the build, I just wanted to go over a couple of things. First of all, the foam is incredibly dense and smooth. There's almost no texture to it at all. It almost feels like it has a skin coat over it of something, you know, almost a waxy feeling. I'm not sure if it's just the way it was in the manufacturing process, if this is part of what comes out of the mold, but it is extremely smooth. There's just almost no texture. You can see texture, but you can't feel any texture. It's just perfect. The decals on this are almost flawless. I can't find... I've only found a couple of tiny air bubbles in the entire decaling of this plane. They're on nice and straight, no bubbling. Everything lines up where it belongs. I'm just very, very impressed. This is really well done. It's just beautiful. I have to tell you, they really did a nice job. There's two magnetic hatches on the bottom. Well, actually, this one's magnetic, gives you access to your servos still, and I believe the receiver is tucked in here as well. think I found my first problem. Doesn't look like there's a receiver in this plane. Looks like they forgot to put it in here. Yeah, I don't have a receiver. I got a transmitter. I did not get a receiver. So that's that's pretty interesting. We'll have to call Banana on that one. Let them know. That's the first problem I found with it, folks. I got to tell you. So far, I've been so impressed. But that's our first hiccup. There's no receiver in the plane. Okay, well, moving on. So you've got access to your back servos here. Just a magnetic hatch. Snaps on nice and tight. This is your battery compartment, really nice. They've got a plywood floor or ceiling, since your plane's upside down, that you strap the battery to. Nice battery strap. Straps adjustable to positions inside here to get the CG where you want it. So you've got a lot of room here to move the battery up and down. Very nice. And this particular hatch actually has a clip on it, so it there's a tongue and groove on the front, plastic, hard plastic receiver there. You set that in there, push the back down, and the clip actually engages. There's a little piece of tape on here to help you grab a hold of the clip to release it, but it's a very positive lock, so the hatch isn't going to come off. Hard mounting point for the landing gear. 2 hard points here for your wing struts already installed. The nose gear steering linkage is already installed. You just have to put the nose gear in. Here's one of the latest features. Now I've done a lot of research on this plane. I've watched a lot of videos over the years, going back as far as 6 years, I think, and the plane's evolved quite a bit. It started off, there were no lights, no flaps, and no clear windows. It was all hard foam, and you had a black decal window on all the spots. Since then, they've installed. Originally started with clear windows, then went to the tinted windows that we have in this one. They added lights to the wing at one point, added flaps to the wing at one point, upgraded the landing gear to, it used to be a wire strut that set into a pocket. Now it's 2 hard aluminum I don't know what it's a strut that's hard aluminum, and it actually plugs into this receiver here with 2 screws that hold it in. So they just keep improving this model over the years, and it basically doesn't look that much different. It's these subtle differences that really make a difference. The lights and all that. And now we have, before there was a tube, a rectangular tube at the back of the cabin here that went straight down to the bottom, and you had to shove all the wires from both wings through this tube, fish them out the bottom to get them back to the receiver. This one, they've got this is an FMS thing. The first plane I ever saw this on was FMS. Single point wing connectors. They actually went to the trouble of taping them down the side of the fuselage in between the windows, so they're not visible through the windows. When you look through the windows, you can't see the wires. They run right down the sides of the cabin, and then down across the floor and through the bottom. So now when you put your wing on, there's a plug on the other end. You just snap these into the boards that are on the top of the wing. Everything's plugged into the board itself on the wing. Very simple install. This is going to make it so easy to take that wing off. If you need to transport it with the wing off, you can just 2 screws, pop it out, unplug 2 plugs and take out 2 screws on the struts, either at the bottom or at the top, and the wings off. So very easy build, very easy tear down if you need to take the wing off to move it. Just wonderful, wonderful. They just keep making it better and better, and I'm so impressed now that I have it and see the improvements. I got to tell you, I'm not disappointed at all. You know, yeah, it doesn't come with the dashboard that Peter talked about in one of his videos, and it was an older video, and that's one of the cycles we've gone through. You know, when they've improved all this really important stuff. Okay, so now they didn't put a decal on the dash to have a dashboard. You know, is that a deal breaker for me now? No, it's not. It's fine. They got 2 cute seat backs here. You know, maybe I'll take some paint and paint them, you know, before I put the wing on. I don't know. We'll see. But overall, I'm just very, very impressed. This plane looks fantastic. Just the quality of the foam, the decaling, everything. Just really, really happy. Now, what I like to do, this is just me. I try to keep the condition of these, you know, especially these bare foam airplanes, which this is all bare foam. There's no paint on it. There's bare foam and then decals. And I go to the local hobby or the local auto parts store and I buy this Duplicolor Perfect Match Protective Clear Coat finish. So far it's been compatible with everything I've sprayed it on. I've put it over decals, factory paint, my own paint, and it's not reacted with anything. The foam itself, but it puts a clear coat finish, which I'm going to do on this plane, over the decals, over the foam, and it really just kind of seals it all up so that you know, dirt and stuff doesn't get impregnated into the pores of the foam. You know, I don't want it to get dirty looking. This white foam is going to get dirty looking with you handling it. So you seal it up with this, and then you can literally just take Windex or any, you know, light cleaner and wipe the plane down, and you're just wiping the dirt off the clear coat. So I'm going to be clear coating the entire airplane before I assemble it, and it should make these decals have a dull finish to them, you know, which doesn't really represent the real plane. Would be these would be painted, you know, and they would be shiny paint, and so the decals are a little dull. This should shine the decals up, make them look more like painted on. Should seal all the foam up, and just protect the plane so it stays cleaner longer. It also makes it easier to, I'm not going to need to on this plane because this is about as smooth a foam as I've ever felt. It's just perfect. But on some of the rougher planes, you know, you can put a few coats of this on and then actually sand, and you're spraying right over the decals. So you can actually sand over the decals now to smooth things out. So if you've got some imperfections in the foam, you know, the residue left from the injection areas, you can literally sand those down now smooth with the clear coat on there to protect it. You're not really going to damage the surface at all. You're going to just smooth the surface, you know, lightly sand down, and then you can spray another coat of clear over that, and just makes for a, you know, so far it's been very good. I've done it on all my foam planes, and it's really protected them from getting dirty, makes them really easy to clean. So before I assemble it, I'm going to be spraying it with this clear coat. I'm going to clear all the panels. But other than that, guys, very, very happy with this. This is a beautiful airplane. Really, really nice. With the exception of the missing receiver, I have no complaints so far. This is really great.